Where Apple has dominated the premium tablet market with its iPad range, Amazon has had great success at the affordable end of the market, offering budget-friendly Fire tablets at different sizes and prices, but with easy access to popular apps and services. With its 2022 update to the popular 8-inch model, Amazon sought to make it a faster tablet, and as always, there are multiple models. I'm Cam Bunton from Pocket-lint, and this is our review of the Amazon Fire HD 8, with some thoughts about the 8 Plus also thrown in. If you do like this video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more. So let's start with an important question. HD 8 versus HD 8 Plus. What's actually different? The truth is there's not a lot to separate the regular and Plus variants of the Fire HD 8. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the Plus differentiates itself by having a grey textured rear surface, where the regular model is completely smooth. What's more, the regular is available in 3 colours, black, pink, and navy blue. The Plus model is only available in grey. Otherwise, the only real differences are internal. The HD 8 Plus features wireless charging, so you can dock it on an optional wireless charging stand and even have it convert to an Echo Show of sorts when it's docked. However, the regular Fire HD 8 can also be used in show mode, but not with a wireless charger. It is worth noting here that the HD 8 Plus is also compatible with standard Qi wireless chargers. You don't have to get the bespoke Echo one, although it does help. Being a tablet means it's not the most convenient way to charge it. Charging stands are usually too small because they're designed for phones. And lastly, the HD 8 Plus has more RAM. It's 3GB in the Plus versus 2GB in the regular, but both feature the same upgraded Hexa-core 2.0 GHz processor. Now let's move on to talk about the design. There's nothing especially fancy or premium about the Fire HD 8 tablet's design, but then at this price point you wouldn't expect there to be. It's about being practical and giving you a device that's easy to grab and use, regardless of whether you get the Plus or the regular version. The device's casing is made from partly recycled plastic and it's relatively compact. Being an 8-inch tablet means it's smaller than your typical full-size tablets, like the iPad or the Fire HD 10. That means it's easy to carry around in your bag, even if you only have a handbag. And at a push, it might even fit in a big coat pocket. Rounded edges around all 4 sides make it easy to hold onto, and the thick, even bezels all the way around the display give you somewhere to place your thumbs without encroaching on the display area. The focus on practicality means you get a 3.5mm port for wired headphones, so those of you who prefer to use wired headphones can do so. This sits on the same edge as the USB-C charging port, the power button, and the volume up and down buttons, and as it happens, which one is up or down depends on the orientation of the device. It adapts to the way that you're holding it. The tablet does, however, miss any kind of biometric authentication, so you won't find a fingerprint sensor or a face scanning camera on this tablet, so you're essentially forced to input a PIN code every time you want to unlock it. Now moving on, and not a lot has really changed on the media and display front from previous models of the Fire HD 8. That means you still get an HD resolution screen, or more technically a 1280 by 800 panel with 189 pixels per inch. It's not pin sharp by any means, so you will find that some elements like fine text and curves are a little rough around the edges if you look closely. The same is true of any games you might play. It's bright enough for indoor usage and colors are natural and a little muted. The only thing that negatively impacts it is the display not having an effective oleophobic layer, so you may find yourself needing to wipe it clean more often than you would on a more expensive tablet, because it will get covered in fingerprint smudges. Still, considering what you're paying for the tablet to begin with, that's hardly surprising. And actually, it's good enough that it lets you enjoy your content without much issue. Amazon software will let you watch pretty much anything you want to, thanks to support for most popular streaming services. You can download Disney+, Netflix, YouTube, and in the UK, popular TV streaming apps like All4, Now, ITV Hub, and Freevee, among many others. A lot of these you will need to download from the Amazon App Store, but the tablet is pretty well set up out of the box, as long as you're happy with Amazon services. Apps like Prime Video and Kindle, Goodreads, Amazon Music, Amazon Kids, Audible, Amazon Photos, and Alexa are all pre-installed, giving you instant access to Amazon's products. What that means is that once you're signed into your Amazon account, you can quickly and easily go shop on Amazon, or read from your Kindle library, or watch movies on Prime Video without having to sign in again. It's that simplicity that makes these tablets so appealing. It's virtually ready to go as soon as you take it out of its box. Just power it on, connect to your Wi-Fi network, create or sign into your Amazon account, and that's it. You don't have to go through multiple setup screens to start using it. And that, as we touched on already, includes using the Fire tablet as an Echo Show of sorts. It has this show mode and Alexa built in, and by default can respond to voice commands the same way an Echo would. So if you want to ask it anything while you're using the tablet, you can. Or if you want to control your smart home from the tablet, you can. Now, budget tablets aren't really known for having market-leading iPad Pro levels of speed or performance. And so the balance for Amazon is building a tablet that can do what you need it to do without being too slow to use. With its latest 2 GHz processor inside the Fire HD 8, that's what you get for the most part. Amazon says it has improved the speed by 30% over the previous model, and we've tested it with a number of different apps and games to see how it would cope. With casual titles, the tablet was more than capable of keeping up with graphics and animations. There were a couple of games where it struggled a little. Asphalt 9, as an example, would often suffer with a little stuttering or frame dropping, although never to the point where it would hang or crash. However, Real Racing 3 didn't seem to have that much of an issue with it, although the resolution wasn't particularly sharp on that game. Still, it didn't stop us from enjoying using it for the odd time we fancied a quick game on Crossy Road or similar low-intensity games. But one of the things that we often come across with Fire tablets while using them is running out of storage space quite quickly. Amazon continues to offer relatively low levels of storage at 32 GB or 64 GB with the Fire HD 8 family. That's not a huge amount of space. However, if you buy a micro SD card and it's fast enough, you can expand that storage and have the memory card adopted as internal storage so that you can install apps and store photos and files on that. The only problem we found with using a micro SD card and adopting it this way was that we'd experience more instances of games crashing if they were stored on the card rather than on the internal storage. So we'd much rather Amazon offered higher capacities out of the box. Battery life is strong, and Amazon says you can get up to 13 hours of web browsing or video watching on this tablet. And that in reality means it should last you a few days between charges. With a couple of hours of usage per day, you'll likely only have to charge it once every 4 or 5 days. That was the kind of usage pattern we fell into, consuming around 20 or 25% battery per day. Now, there is one last thing worth mentioning, and that's the fact it's got cameras, but they're not very good. It has one on the front and another on the rear, but both are low resolution and not particularly great for taking photos or selfies with. Really, they're for using whenever you might want to make a video call using Zoom or Skype. It means you get that functionality even if the visual quality of the lenses and sensors isn't very good. Now, the Fire HD 8's biggest strength is the same thing that has made the previous versions very appealing. It's an affordable and easy way to get access to movies, TV shows and games. It won't give you the same performance or feature set you'd get from a much more expensive Samsung or Apple tablet, but it gets all the basics right. It is definitely best seen as a device that gives you access to Amazon services. So if you want something to carry around with you and still get your Prime Video fix, get some casual fun games or Kindle books on the go, but don't want to pay a small fortune for the privilege, the Fire HD 8 is the one for you. Let me know what you think of this tablet in the comments down below, or you can grab me on Twitter. I'm at Cam Bunton over there. I'm also on Mastodon now, because apparently that's a thing. Again, if you did like this video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe and tap the notification bell, and that way you won't miss any more of our uploads. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.